want to attack? Who do I want to score on? And I'm going to direct here to try to attack Lillard, set a screen from Kawhi, a little pop J. All right.
And I'm going to blow right by Dame. Down the lane, Magic Johnson. He's too big for Damian Lillard. I love you, Dame. All right, I had to go with Magic. It's like the only mismatch.
And we've got
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the one spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Nailed from three-point land.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many.
Oh!
Yes, sir. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a three-point game. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's Lillard missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Trailblazers moving the ball around. They get the rebound and staying with the play, Anthony.
I feel like Melo has always been a guy who doesn't mind banging around down low, knocking guys around a little bit, and getting great second chance opportunities.
George passes to Leonard. Beverly with the ball. And the wide open shot from Morris. And another three for the Clippers.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard looking around. It's Ariza on the wing. Outside Anthony. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And the Clippers making a change here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Harrell kicks to Shamet. Williams dishes to Harrell. Clock is at 3. Williams' shot is off. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
McCollum against Leonard. Pass to Harrell. Over McCollum. Not enough on that one as it misses. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lobs it up for Anthony.
Well, Melo is not shying away from the offense. Imagine that. Never saw a shot he didn't at least want to take.
Here's Here's Harrell. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside Leonard. On the wing, Williams. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Little finishing it off.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Shamet on the wing. Here's Harrell. Here's Green. Will it go? And it's Green with the jam.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
McCollum kicks to Little. Back to McCollum. Off target from outside. It's stolen by Little. Over to the left wing. Pass to McCollum. Here's Trent. Misses the three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Portland just catching up with Montrezl Harrell. We mentioned his activity level.
That's what I put with a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Marcus Morris is out there with Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the point. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Landry Shamet.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson passes to Zubac. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Left side, George. It's stolen by Ariza. Beverly against Hood. Here's Nurkic. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts. So many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has it.
What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
In the corner, George with it. Beverly up top. He's guarded by Nurkic. Beverly against Nurkic. Lock at 6. Zubac in the post. And he banks in the layup.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Ariza outside. And here's Hood. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the left iron.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
George, no good.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. But they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. Passes it to George. Morris outside. Launches it. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard from outside, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out, hammers that one home.
Now here's Lillard. He has 5. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
To the paint, here's George. And the layup falls. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Jackson outside for George. For Hood, there's the 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
And the officials call a traveling violation. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And here's McCollum for 3. No good there. Stripped away. Good if it goes. The clock runs out, and we're heading to... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our half. Yusuf Nurkic putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every... And that should...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Here's George. And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers leading by 4. A 3 from McCollum. You can't get that one to fall.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Leonard with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Anthony. He's got 14.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ariza passes to Lillard. looking to get it going, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. Trevor Ariza, one of those hard hat guys who you know you're going to get what you get from him on a nightly basis. Guard on defense and be a capable three-point shooter. Just comes to do his job.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Back to Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Harrell slams it in.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
McCollum outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got his second basket.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Inside, here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. From outside the arc. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Kicks to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Anthony looking it over. Rebound by the Clippers. And there's the pass to Williams. Now here's Harrell. He's tightly guarded. And it's Shamet missing. Trailblazers leading by 12. Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Trent. He's covered by Shamet. And here's Anthony from the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson kicks to Green. Pass to Williams. 3 seconds left. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Now Beverley. He feeds it to Harrell. Nurkic with the block.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Here's the break. Shot on the wing. And that one is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pass to Nurkic to the left wing. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. Goes back up. Out to Hood. Jackson against Lillard. Looking to end his cold spell. Big D that time from Harrell.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Beverley dishes to Harrell. Back to Beverley. They need this. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard with it. Paul George grabs the miss. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverley with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Here's Lillard. And it's Ariza in the corner. Here's Anthony. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
Bully ball in action as Melo gets himself way deep into the paint where he knows he can score.
George against Ariza. George passes to Leonard. No good with the triple. Portland leading by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jusuf Nurkic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Here is Lillard. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a three ball that deep wasn't going in.
Williams gets the bucket.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And a deep three from Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. Nobody near Leonard. Missed. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I could think of. Ball fake. Can I get him to bite? Kobe. Bank shot. Go around Dame. Down the lane. Magic Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Magic.
Back to Kareem. Heart and soul of my team right now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1. Now here's Murray. Kicks it to Barton. Pass to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time, never giving up on a possession.
Here's the teardrop, and that one's good. Leonard. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Augmon, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now, here's George, outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac, outside for George. Shoots over Barton, and that's an air ball, not even close. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And here are the Clippers now. Denver getting their last shot to go. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Beverly.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Harris looking it over. And the pass to Millsap. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And George, here we go. Zubac kicks to Beverly. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Barton finds Jokic. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Morris passes to George. Here's Leonard. Passes it to Morris. Here's Zubac. Leonard goes up again. Jokic against Zubac. And here's Leonard from 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Murray, no good. The Clippers in the lead. At the elbow, it's George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. On the wing, George. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a switcher also for Denver. Porter's checked in for Barton. Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Jamal Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Porter, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Now here's Jackson. Williams kicks to Harrell. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Plumlee. Outside for Jackson. Green passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Grant with the ball. With 1 on the clock, and the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alone.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets lead by 1. And back in a moment.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Landry Shamet. Harrell is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in the point guard. They get it back. The feed to Green.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Grant. The putback. It's good on the putback. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Williams inside. Green finds Harrell. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. And Denver with a change here too. Martin is checked in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Plumlee. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Craig. This one for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. to the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Denver gets it back. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Harris. Denver passing it around. 6 to shoot. Here's Millsap. That one, no good. Great D that time from Green. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Murray against Green. Shot to stop the run. Here's Jokic. A second chance effort. Barton trying to get open. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Jokic. George looking over the floor. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Murray against Beverly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. And a switcher also for Denver. Porter's checked in.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And here's Harris from the arc with the putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
And, you know, even though he's undersized, Millsap doesn't back down. He's good at outworking everybody on the glass.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Jokic slams it in.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Beverly, that one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Murray, and the rejection by Zubac. And some good action. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And he really was a... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. The pass to Daniels. For the lead.
Love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
You know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Morris outside. And that one good.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside Williams. And stolen by Barton. Craig kicks to Grant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Lou Williams.
Man, I like his activity level. You think about it, the defense has to resort to fouling him sometimes to prevent him from scoring.
He's off on the second. Releases from 15, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Nuggets trail by 6. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Gary Harris is checked in for Barton. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Leonard kicks to Williams. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Harris, good.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Back to Jackson. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Morris. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Stolen by Grant. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Here is Plumlee to the left side wing. Back to Grant.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
Craig can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 6. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And here is Morris. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
No good from Grant.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
That will count, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers lead by 10. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Harrell is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Outside, George. Out to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Harrell. Great positioning on the putback. Harrell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Morris with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Passes it to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
It's stolen by Morris. Zubac with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Pass to Beverley. Right side George. Fires for 3. Harrell the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
Pass to Barton. The pass to Harris. Back to Barton. Shot clock at 6. Poked away. Stolen by Beverley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. And George with this stuff.
And, you know, Beverley made his name with his defense. I mean, a clever player uses his quick hands to steal the rock. He also is physical and disruptive.
Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Williams looking around. Down low. Wide open look here for Zubac. Misses off the right iron.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Martin passes to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. .112 left to play in the final quarter. Leonard against Barton. And good that time.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game from Montrezl Harrell.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Williams for three. Offensive rebound. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
George with the ball. From deep three-point range, unable to get that one.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance.
All right, David, thank you. And that...
Kareem just working Zion. He's got no answer.
Can't let Kobe get away. I'm going to stay off ball and just stay on Kobe Bryant here. They're setting a screen for him. Harden lost him. And I'm facing elimination already. This is great. It's been like 40 seconds. Let's see if I can post Kobe a little bit. Let's go away. Yes. Nice layup. All right, must get stops.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City.
Kevin, thanks. Star play.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at point. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2 and you're 7'2, I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
Now here's Lillard. First quarter, just over a minute played. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Outside for Murray. McCollum against Harris. Rebounded by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Lillard. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Rebounded by Anthony. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ariza with it. Out guarded by Murray. And he makes that one.
Oh, I love the way Ariza sticks it to the defense, out muscling and outworking anyone in front of him.
And here is Murray. Jokic, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Ariza finds Lillard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the shot goes in.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
Murray against Lillard. Murray left side. Harris drives in. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Jokic missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's Barton on the wing. Right side Millsap. Pass to Murray. Denver the rebound. The shot that time not on target. Trailblazers leading by 4. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. And Portland making a change here. It's stolen. It's tipped and pushing it up. Here's Denver. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good. Millsap.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Anthony. Here's Whiteside. In the corner, it's Little. Takes the three. Can't hit that one. And it's Denver the other way. And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And then for the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. The Nuggets with another miss. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Porter passes to Grant. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Little. It's blocked. They retain possession. Pass to Trent. Back to Collins. Pass to Trent. With 2 seconds left. Misses the layup. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us.
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Jeremy Grant is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Craig in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Little kicks to Collins. To the inside. Back to Whiteside. Denver grabs the miss.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, G.A., he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
And the jam by Whiteside.
Using his incredible combination of physical attributes, I mean, Whiteside regularly makes plays above the rim.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Morris. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Now the pass to Trent. Portland moving the ball around. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Martin's checked in for Michael Porter. And Harris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Lillard comes with the double team. Morris into the lane. Doesn't go that time. Collins with some nice D. Inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. Collins passes to Lillard. Lock at 6. Plumlee with the rebound.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Down low. Banked in off the glass. Plumlee's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Up again, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
That one falls. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, you know, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Ariza kicks to Collins. Here's Hood, and it's Denver with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barton wide open, he fires. That one doesn't drop, and it's Portland the other way. Ring shot on the way, and it's Hood again missing. The Nuggets trail by 4. Out to Harris. Grant outside. Passes to Morris. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Three-pointer, Lillard. Second shot opportunity. Launches a 3. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Here's Morris. Some solid defense from Lillard. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 7. It's time now to go courtside as we... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 1 steal. And no... Thanks for joining us, folks.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Millsap with it. Barton outside. Shot clock at 6. Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. And here comes the break and the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Ariza kicks to McCollum. Murray against Lillard. 5 on the clock. Anthony in the corner. Shoots it up.
Love the determination by Murray on defense. Really doing his best to pester these shooters.
Pass to Millsap. Harris outside. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 9. And it's McCollum off the drive. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony, the pass to Ariza. McCollum right side. Back to Ariza. Outside Anthony. Beyond the arc. Denver grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
So Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Quarters checked in for the Nuggets. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo has to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Anthony against Murray. That one goes in. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Pass to Murray. Back to Porter. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Porter against McCollum. Tips it, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 6 points.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That free throw good from Anthony. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. That free throw, no good.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And the second free throw, good. 1:46 left to play in the third. To the paint, here's Trent. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Collin passes to Trent. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Murray surveying the D. The pass to Craig. Floats it up for Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops. No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
McCollum with the ball, now defended by Jokic. They double-team McCollum. Jokic with the steal.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to get the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Floats it up for Jokic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive. And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 4 and will return shortly. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Jokic is out there with Plumlee, and it's Morris in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And here are the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Feeds to Barton. There's the dish to Plumlee. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Portland with the ball. The lead is 2. Shoots. And the jam by Whiteside.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
They get a hand on it. Whiteside against Jokic. And here they come. There's the lob to Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee, and Murray's subbed in for Morris. And it's Murray penetrating. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the foul on Will Barton. That is his first foul of the game. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard misses.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Murray kicks to Jokic, taken away by Anthony. Here's Ariza. The offensive rebound, and the second chance effort by McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Oh, he plays with so much heart, McCollum. I mean, is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Now here's Murray. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Barton outside. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
The drive by Anthony. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic. Porter's checked in for Bart. And a switch here also for Portland. Trent's checked in. Anthony, no good on the free throw. The Nuggets trail by 8. Passes it to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
We've got 1:13 left in the game. Now Lillard. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Out left to the wing. Millsap kicks to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And he makes both free throws.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Lillard looking around. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Yep, it counts. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
In the corner, it's Harris. Pass to Jokic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Trent. From deep. So the Trailblazers win it. A truly gutsy performance away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webb.
that move by Kobe. What a block! Let's go! Magic with the block. Okay, that was huge. Let's get this bucket. Let's beat it. Let's go. 7-6. All right, now I have the lead.
No way. Oh my gosh. Dame for 3.
You're looking live and down at the Staples. Now it's into.
Well, guys, I'm very.
You certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. Outside Anthony. And the rejection by Zubac. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Leonard against Ariza from about 19 feet. Off the left rim and out. And Portland with the ball. Here's Anthony. Morris with the rebound. Leonard against McCollum. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got the opening field goal of the game for the Clippers. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now, here is Morris. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Nurkic finds McCollum. Launches it. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Outside Leonard. That one goes in.
Well, everybody in the NBA should have the floater as part of their arsenal. Leonard makes it look easy.
Here's Lillard. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And it's Beverly missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. It's Anthony with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that's what you can do when you've got a great handle. Anthony is always able to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Little gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's Jackson. And again, unable to change momentum here. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Portland making a change here. The Trailblazers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80%. when they got to the line.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
Kicks it out to Collins. Whiteside, the shot, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style? Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Little gets the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 8-point game. It's intercepted. Collins passes to Hood. Takes it off the glass.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Now, here is George. A three from Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Passes it to Trent. Morris against Collins.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Back to Jackson. Misses the layup. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great... Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plan.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Hood. Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the 1. Here's Trent. Here's Whiteside. Pass to Little. And a wide open look for Hood. Off target from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game doors with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in L.A. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Man's checked in. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Lou Williams. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Lillard outside. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. He's all alone. Here's Magruder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. all the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time. Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow. I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 8.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Left side, Leonard. Pass to Harrell. To the right side. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers leading by 9. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kept alive. Here's Anthony. Dishes it to Ariza. The 3 from McCollum. They get it again.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points. Staying active even after the shot goes up.
Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Lillard. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Morris, no good. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Count that one. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. McCollum gets to Ariza. Lillard from outside. Trailblazers keep it alive.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Outside Collins with 1 on the clock, and the layup is good.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And so it's Portland enjoying a 12th. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Portland came out ready to play. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. They had a double-digit lead at the end of the first quarter. Then in quarter... And...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle.
You know what? You can see there's momentum right now. A nice hustle play there on the glass and the finish.
Lillard attacking. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. In the corner, George with it. Over McCollum. They get a hand on it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Lillard outside. Over Beverly. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Ariza. The three from Anthony. Portland again missing. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Anthony in the corner. Lillard from outside. Here's Whiteside. Kicks it out to Lillard. The pass to Carmelo. Tries again. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And it's Green missing. Trailblazers leading by 10. And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Portland with a change here, too. Trent's checked in. Here's McCollum. And it goes down 2 points. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Green passes to George. And Whiteside sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes to Anthony. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. And it's Ariza in the corner. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
There's 1:17 left in the third. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got 9.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Jackson looking it over. Outside, George takes the 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Leonard. And Whiteside sends it back. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Green. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for George. Portland also making some changes. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers leading by 12. Here's Hood. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Williams with a clean look. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
and a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Hood, the pass to Trent. Great D that time from Harrell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Portland out in front. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so vital.
And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the point. He gets it in there.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Williams looking around. There's the 3. Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
If you do not box out Montrezl Harrell, you are opening yourself up to offensive rebounds. This guy is a force there.
Back to Hood. Trent passes to Collins. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Williams. And the rejection by Harrell. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Little. Clippers trail by 14. From deep, Williams. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Lillard. From deep. Offensive rebound.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
A 3 from Morris, rebounded by Anthony.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Lillard outside. 5 to shoot. Anthony finds Hood. Out to the wing. Lillard fires away from way outside. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
The drive by Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And get out of the way. Nurkic drives with tremendous physicality.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And George is subbed in for Williams. Lillard way outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Launches a 3. Doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Paul George with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Zubac trying to break loose.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
Look, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jusuf Nurkic.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Ariza kicks to Anthony. Clock at 4. Here's McCollum. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's Simons missing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Shamet. It's good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Simons. Pass to Azania. And it's off from three-point range. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was all right, David. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
three. Oh, I thought I beat him, but they just kept coming.
These three are so skilled. There's no weakness anywhere on the court. Zion's trying to muscle LeBron James. Game. Well, that was quick. Thought I had it. I mean, I did pretty well offensively, but couldn't get one single stop. You're not going to win this game if you can't stop anybody.
All right, who we going to?
The beautiful skyline of and the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Denver, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at point. Now here's Murray. Barton outside. From down low. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Jokic. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Beverley for three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Here's Beverley, following the score by Jamal Murray. Morris looking over the floor. Another shot. Zubac kicks to Morris. George way outside. Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Goes up with a stripe. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
I love the patience Beverley has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside Millsap. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Beverley following the basket by Jokic. He doesn't hit that one. Harris inside, defended by George. Misses in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Will Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And then for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Morris. Paul George making his last shot. Pass to Jokic. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Jokic draws the double. Back to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Clippers trail by 3. Passes it to Harrell. Back to Shamet. Leonard against Porter. A 3-ball. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Now, here is Morris. Pass to Jokic. 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Grant. From deep. That shot, no good. There's the feed to Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Here's Shamet. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, up by 5. From the Pepsi. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball. It's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jermichael Green is out there with Harrell. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Grant, right side. Morris, outside. Plumlee against Harrell. Plumlee dishes to Morris. Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Plumlee with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Jackson passes to Harrell. To the inside. The kick out to Williams. Oh, good on the 3. The Nuggets leading by 9. The pass to Craig. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The pull-up. Misses off the left iron. And so Grant will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jeremy Grant. Martin comes in for Michael Porter. Harris is checked in for Torrey Craig. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Here's Morris. And it's sent back by Plumlee. It's stolen by Green on the wing. Morris. And stolen by Murray. Harris dishes to Murray. And that one drops for him. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Got a piece of it. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
It's good.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Millsap kicks to Murray. 1:36 left in the first half. Back to Millsap. Out to Harris. 4 on the clock.
Fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
It's stolen by Harris. 3 on 3. Here's Jokic. A second chance effort, and he sinks the layup. Jokic has got 8 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
George looking around. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Beverly against Murray. Millsap passes to Barton. Jokic with it. He's got 8. Pass to Harris. Wide open. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Zubac kicks to George. Banked in off the glass.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Harris passes to Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's Beverly. And so it's Denver ahead by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that should...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Murray kicks to Barton. Over Morris. With the putback. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Leonard missing. Denver leading by 11. Harris looking it over. Jokic passes to Millsap. And here's Jokic. Millsap kicks to Harris. Down low. Not going to go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Passes it to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
Don't kid yourself. Harrell can challenge you with the dribble, something he's doing more and more.
And he sinks the second.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Jackson. Dishes it to Harrell. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Plumlee. Leonard with the steal. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
The Clippers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Outside, Porter. Jacks up a 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 9. Fires from deep. Harrell on the foul. Harrell's got 5 now.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Over to the wing, to the middle. Plumlee, the pass to Porter. Plumlee in the post. Harrell on him, and Plumlee kicks to Grant. Fires the 3. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jackson finds Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to Jackson. And the pass to Leonard. Over Plumlee. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Pass to Porter. Now Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jackson passes to Harrell. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And finished off by Porter.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. It's stolen by Morris. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And free throw good from Morris. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Jamal Murray in for Torrey Craig. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Inside, Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. 11 feet away. The putback, and George able to finish.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Millsap. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Harrell is out there with Morris, and it's George in at the small forward position. Morris, no good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Williams passes to Harrell. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Good defense by Jokic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Kawhi Leonard comes in for Williams. Leonard on the wing and stolen by Harris. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And you see the vision from Paul Millsap. That's another area that he provides for his team.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter, aggressive move inside.
And Murray, here we go. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Denver making a switch here. Craig's checked in. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's going to go back the other direction, but they played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
Clippers trail by 13. Beverly, the pass to George. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Pass to Craig. Out to Harris. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Denver passing it around. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now the pass to Morris. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does.
And an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Murray against Beverly. Murray, the pass to Jokic, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Out to the right wing. A baseline J. Up again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
On the wing, George. Guarded by Harris. George dishes to Beverly. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Denver making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. 1:25 left to play here in the fourth. Barton kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Now here's Barton. Outside Millsap. Deep 2 from Murray. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 12-point game.
no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Jokic. Puts up a three. And another miss by Denver.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Back to Morris. To the paint, and stolen by Barton. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Zubac. Tries it from 19, and the miss. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
to here. We have to go the ultimate closer. We got to go to Kobe. Look, he has inside position. This is it. This is game.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sport. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. Takes the 13-footer. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And the 3 off target. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Millsap finds Harris. Here's Murray. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And, you know, Ariza is a great value-utility Velcro kind of guy. I mean, somebody that knows how to dish the rock.
Now here's Murray. The putback and the rebound by Nurkic. Ariza goes in. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And Ariza shows no mercy on these drives inside. When he's got room to jam it, he's not thinking twice. He's bringing the thunder.
Here's Murray. Takes it from 10 to the middle. Jokic against Nurkic. Clock at 6. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For 3, Millsap, it's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Ariza. Anthony looking it over. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter comes in for Will Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 3-pointer, and the 3-ball is good.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Porter passes to Morris. Drops in the layup for 2. Morris has got 5.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
It's McCollum on the wing. To the wing right side. Collins passes to Whiteside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
McCollum finds Whiteside to the left side wing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. The Nuggets also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And it's Grant in for Paul Millsap. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Grant, a reverse, and it's good on the layup.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
And it's Hood in the corner. Outside Collins. That shot off. Some solid defense from Grant. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Craig. Portland making their last shot. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Right wing. Out to the right wing. And Plumlee kicks to Craig. Back to Plumlee. Outside Porter.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate.
And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Plumlee out there with Grant. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Grant's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Harris passes to Barton and stolen by Hood. Over in the corner, Lillard from downtown. Plumlee with the rebound. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. McCollum's checked in for Portland. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Grant. Barton surveying the floor. And Barton throws it down.
Speed and athleticism of Barton, superb. So venomous on these drives to the rim. Take that, fellas.
The shot's good. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. Murray outside. Barton finds Millsap. Denver passing it around. Barton outside. Clock is at 3. Millsap passes to Harris. Puts it up from 12. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over for the Nuggets. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Will Barton. Torrey Craig comes in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Here's McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Porter. Sinks that one from the post. And now a 6-point Denver lead.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
In the corner, Collins with it. Porter looking it over. Up top, Morris. Back to Porter. Here's Craig. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 5. Another 3 for Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's McCollum. Count it. McCollum's got 5.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Porter kicks to Morris. Back to Porter. Morris outside. Back to Millsap. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. That one wide left.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Trent. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now just a 5-point Nugget lead. Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. McCollum against Morris. The pass to Porter. Morris kicks to Craig. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Collins. Plumlee, he's checked in for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Six to shoot. And stolen by Whiteside. Pass to McCollum. Out to Hood. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Grant the pass to Plumlee. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq has been that way for a while. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here is Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Barton dishes to Millsap. Back to Barton. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's McCollum. That one falls. McCollum's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Trailblazers. The Nuggets leading by 3. Harris kicks to Barton. Back to Harris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Passes to Murray. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And again, Denver no good. Cullen passes to Lillard. And stolen by Barton. Here's Millsap. Good work defensively by Anthony.
Ugly start. Second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Ariza kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Lillard fires away from way outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Nuggets have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard attacking. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Here's Plumlee. Porter kicks to Grant. No good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Grant sends it back.
Well, he's an incredible athlete. You can just see that, using his vertical and his reach on the defensive end. Outstanding block.
Goes back up, and that one's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Up top, Morris. Covered by Lillard. Grant kicks to Plumlee. Morris dishes to Plumlee. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. From outside the arc. Morris, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Plumlee. Connects on the 17-footer. Plumlee's got 6 points.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Nuggets trail by 3, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Plumlee. He's out there with Jokic. Murray out there with Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. But they get it back. Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. Plumlee. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Fires from 14. Here's Plumlee. He kicks it to Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Trailblazers leading by 3. Plumlee with the steal. Murray with it. Lillard picks him up. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Murray surveying the D. Porter kicks to Craig. The wide open look for Plumlee. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Porter finds Jokic. Back to Porter. Murray outside. And there's the pass to Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Murray against Lillard.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Here's Whiteside, and he converts the layup. Whiteside's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And good that time. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Off target with his 3.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the 3s.
The kick out to Porter. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Porter over Ariza. Porter, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Plumlee. Barton comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Torrey Craig.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Murray outside. Passes it to Barton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Trailblazers leading by 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
2 shots. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Ariza has the open look. Portland again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Harris outside. Millsap left side. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
And, you know, as a mid-range shooter, Millsap's one of the better power forwards in the league. I mean, he's got a really nice touch from that area.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Good on the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And now a 12-point Portland lead.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Jokic with the bucket.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg.